Welcome back to Humble Roost Whiskey. I'm Ken.
I'm Don.
And today we've got a special one for you. The Dalmore 12-year Highland Scotch Whiskey.
So the Dalmore was founded in 1839. In 1867, the distillery was overtaken by descendants of the clan Mackenzie. In 1960, when it emerged with White and McKay. So interesting. You know anything about White and McKay, Ken?
Not really. I don't know a whole bunch about.
I've never even heard of White and McKay.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard about them a lot, but I've never paid enough attention to it because, like, Dalmore is a whiskey that it's more than I would normally spend on a whiskey. So I tend to stay away from stuff like that. I hear about White and McKay, but I don't know anything about it. So.
I also don't know much about them. They are owners, but maybe something to look into in the future.
I'm sure, they probably own quite a bit of some of the lovely places or lovely drinks that we enjoy. So it's just I've never looked into them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A couple things to point out. This is a Highland single malt, not a Speyside, although it is from the area by Speyside.
Same area. So all Speyside scotches are Highland, but not all Highland scotches are Speyside. Speyside's a small region within the Highlands.
So tonight we're dealing with a cask used Oloroso.
It's a
matured.
It's a ex-bourbon cask and Oloroso cask, and aged 12 years. And yeah, matured in American white. Sorry, was it ex-bourbon? It says right here.
Ex-bourbon.
It's matured in American white oak. So I'm assuming it's ex-bourbon casks and Oloroso sherry casks. So so
it's good.
That's it.
So what do we got there for a bottle, Ken?
Well,
packaging.
The packaging is pretty plain Jane. It does tell us here it's got some aroma notes on the palate, finish notes.
Mm-hmm. Some info, good.
It's got some info. 40% ABV.
40%, okay. So ABV. So what are we looking at? For
80 proof. 80 proof. 40% ABV. The bottle is beautiful. I will the stag on you can't beat that. That is a beautiful bottle. That is great display. Yeah. Maybe that's why the cost is a little bit more, because that's a pretty sexy looking bottle.
Yeah, it's a
right?
nice.
It's great.
Yeah, it is a nice bottle. Really nice. What kind of color are we looking at in the bottle here? Amber.
It's a dark amber, but I believe there is color added, and I do believe that it is chill filtered. I'm not 100% sure on that. We did do some research, and that's what it did say. That did it not?
Yeah, it is chill filtered,
and it is color added.
And there is color added, so it does. It is what it is. Yeah, so this one's selling for about $120 Canadian plus tax, which for a 12-year is it's a real amount of money for sure. So we're going to find out very shortly if it's worth that kind of money, but yeah.
Oh, I spilled.
So Ken, let's take a look at the nose here. See what the offering is.
It's a real shame that is color added, because it's a beautiful color.
Yeah,
it really is. It's.
Yeah, I do wish that they didn't add caramel coloring to Scotch, but
these are all kinds of things that we didn't know about, not that long ago, really.
Yeah.
This is, as we've researched more and more, we're finding that these chill filtering and color added are a lot more common than you would think.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that you never would think about before. And to just your average drinker, does it really matter? I don't know if it does, because like I said, we just learned about this now. But now that we've gone into this a little bit more, I do notice something that
Yeah.
is non-chill filtered. I notice it.
Yeah, well, I think nowadays with people, typically you want less chemical.
Yeah, more natural, right?
More natural, the better. So that is...
Are you getting fruit?
I'm getting fruit.
Yeah?
Yeah, soft.
What fruit are you getting? Like
pomegranate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm like, I don't recognize this. What?
Pomegranate along the strawberry side of smell.
Very light though. Very light.
Very light. Very light.
I get maybe even. I know it did talk about like citrus, but
is there a zest there? Is there a follow up with a zest?
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a little zest.
There's a little zest. I don't know if I get a lot of citrus,
zest,
but
all right. You want to dig in?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It is on the orangier side of things.
I do get orange, but like not like a harsh citrus orange. It's.
I'm getting a. What are you getting?
Marmalade. Marmalade, and maybe some chocolate.
Little chocolate in there, yeah.
Terry's chocolate orange almost.
Yeah.
But like light.
Yeah.
Light, not as strong as that, but
it is light. There are some legs in the glass, which is always a good sign. I'm going to say this is more like an orange strawberry smoothie flavor. So maybe good for after dinner as a dessert.
A good dessert whiskey. There you go.
A good dessert whiskey.
Christmas time. Bring that bottle out. Have some turkey dinner or something. Have a nice glass of that. Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. It's got a pretty good mouthfeel for it being on the lighter side. It is on the lighter side.
That is one of the better features of it.
It's got a pretty good mouthfeel.
Very good mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Like it's very smooth. It's very creamy.
Yeah. Good mouthfeel. Like I said, strawberry, orange smoothie.
Orange smoothie. Yeah, okay.
A little bit of chocolate.
I get the chocolate.
A little bit of chocolate.
I get the chocolate, like a dark chocolate. That's what lingers is the dark chocolate.
More of a bitter.
Yeah, bitter chocolate. I get more like orange marmalade.
Yeah, I can see that. Bitter, on the bitter side,
Yeah, orange marmalade with bitter dark chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, there's some flavor there to be had.
There's definitely some flavor there.
It is on.
I think that the Oloroso sherry cask is what's showing that flavor.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think it's coming. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's coming through.
Like almost faint, a little bit of plumminess to it. Very, very faint plummy.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not too spicy.
Yeah, I would say that it's not spicy.
Right? Like,
yeah, I'm not. There is no spiciness to this. It is not hot at all. There is no Christmas note. So
no, it's well. There's
Christmas cake.
There's a little bit of
orange.
A little bit of orange. A little Christmas cakey. I get that. Like, I just don't know how to fully describe it. All right, so we had to put a little bit more in the glass here because it's actually quite enjoyable, and I'm a little disappointed in myself because I was expecting not to like it just because of the hype behind it and the price. But let's talk about the finish. When we get a sip in here, you got anything to say real quick about it before we?
Yeah, I mean it tastes fine. I mean the palate's fine. The nose is lackluster. The finish is lackluster.
Yeah, the finish runs short. So what I get is I do get that orange strawberry note that you were talking about. And then I get that bitter dark chocolate. The dark chocolate kind of fades and I'm just left with bitter. But like, you know, if Chris was here, he would say that this is something he could sit down and drink all night.
This is something that brother Chris can drink all night.
So,
okay,
it's not a bad whiskey at all.
It's not bad.
Not at all. It's actually quite enjoyable, and you know, right along there with what Chris would say, you could actually sit and sip this for an evening with friends and family, or you know, sit with a cigar or something like this. This is actually quite enjoyable. The mouthfeel, the flavors are good. Yes, it fails on the nose, and the finish doesn't last as long, but it's a 12-year.
Yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend this for people who actually don't drink.
Yes, this is
your drink.
This is your drink.
This is your drink,
and this is why it's probably so popular.
Yeah,
I'd say it's pretty good. So out of 10, before we run this video all night long, out of 10,
there can only be one, and this isn't it. Of the Highland Scotch, this isn't it.
So
10, Ken, what do you say?
Mid-7s. I'm going to say, well, if we're considering the price, that brings it down. That definitely brings it down.
The price is a factor.
Price is the problem.
Yes.
For less money, I think I can buy better products.
I agree.
So that is going to affect it. I'm going to 7.3.
7.3, there you have it. Myself, I think that all in all, it's probably a 7. For me, I will not be looking to rebuy this particular Dalmore product. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to explore other Dalmore products because...
I agree with that. I would try, you know, something a little bit maybe higher age statement.
Yeah. Higher proof.
Higher proof.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit higher on the alcohol content.
Yeah.
I don't know the bill for that.
That's the other thing that kind of follows the bottle. I am willing to spend a little bit more money, get maybe a 15-year
cigar malt. I hear good things about the cigar malt, but I don't know.
Yeah, the cigar malt. So we might be looking at that next. We might be looking at the port next.
If you have a suggestion, send us a comment.
Yeah.
We'll definitely read it.
Yes.
We'll take everything that you need into consideration, and you know, maybe we'll revisit something in the future.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, Ken,
I think that's about it. So
I think you're right.
You know, thanks for joining us. Till next time, stay humble.